Yeah.
Start.
A very good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests. I am Saranya, your surgeon at arms for today's meeting. I am happy in welcoming you all for the 614th meeting of Medley Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster International is a non-profit educational organization formed by Ralph C. Medley in the year 1924 at California that teaches public speaking and leadership skills through a worldwide network of more than 16,200 clubs in 145 countries. Since 1924, Toastmaster International has helped people from diverse backgrounds become more confident speakers, communicators, and leaders. Medley Toastmasters was started on 3rd June 2008 at Gandhinagar Club, Adayar. I would like to share the mission of Toastmasters Club. We provide a supportive and a positive learning experience in which every members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. In every Toastmasters online meeting, we follow these ground rules. Rule number 1, if you are not speaking, please put yourself on mute. Rule number 2, when you're not moving, please switch off your video to avoid disturbance. Rule number 3, speakers are requested to refrain from making any references to topics like politics, sex, or religion in their speeches. Please attend the meeting in a formal attire. Rule number 5 is guest, kindly prefix your name with the word guest. That is, if your name is Sundar, kindly prefix your name as guest Sundar. I wish you all a fantastic meeting today. Now, I would like to welcome our president, Toastmaster Raghunath Nair, to open the meeting number 614. About him, he is currently working for Nissan Motors, heading the South Asian business unit. He has been associated with Toastmasters for over 2 decades as a proud medallion since 2019. He was our Vice President Education in the last term. Let us put our hands together in welcoming our club president, Toastmaster Raghunath Nair. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Sharanya, Toastmaster Sharanya, for that warm introduction. Fellow Medlians, guests, and other distinguished Toastmasters, a very, very warm good afternoon. It's been a great experience, like after a very long time that I was able to travel, like in almost one and a half years that I was able to travel. And more to that, what my wife says is, like, I'm in a quarantine for 7 days because of the travel that I had to do last week. And the best part is, like, you get some private time. And that's something which I'm enjoying now. Apart from that, because of that private time, I was able to hear our DTM Mark Brown's today's session on the preparation for International Speech Contest. What an amazing speaker! Though he has some points which gets repeated about like the take advantage of every second chance that you get. And that's something which is like, which is something motivating. And as an experienced person and 1995 world champion, it was really good. And the best part I really liked was after that 2-hour session, we had close to an hour of session with him where we had a small private chat, and there were only very few. So he was telling a lot of stories and his association with Naina John and Satish and the family that he was having. A lot of connection with India, and that's something which actually connects the audience, and that's which we learn in Toastmasters, the way we speak and how do we connect to the audience that we speak. And that was really, really a good session. And I'm sure, there were few Medlians who had been there, like Priya, Kalyan, Dr. Sampath, John, and myself. And I'm sure that will help them in their ISC contest. And I really look forward, as Kalyan said, that some of the floor contest is coming in tomorrow in our club contest floor nominations coming in. So that will be a challenge for let's face the challenge, Amrita, that we get some more contestants for ISC in tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be another contest chair and contest session for ISC and TT. And on 13th is the area contest where we have to represent, and for sure we need to, as usual in the before. It takes another we need to get into the divisions. And what I wanted to say to all the other Medleyians who hasn't yet given the contest thing, you will get a chance only after 1 year, so please make use of it. Prepare for the day, and I'll share with you what all are the tips that Mark Brown has sent in our group and by email. Please use it and excellent, and look forward for additional participants in tomorrow thing. And to be surprising, I came to know that he's an Emmy Award winner, that the Mark Brown. So, it's something where you join as a Toastmasters and you get experience in various fields. As an Emmy Award winner and being a Toastmaster, completely like a great thing that I learned today. So, overall, a great experience today. And apart from the club contest, we are going to start the hybrid meeting by third week of March, and I'll share with a short survey where I wanted to see how many of you are in Chennai and how many of you will be able to come in for the physical meetings and how many of you will join. And in last week when I was in Nepal, I attended a hybrid meeting physically, and it was quite good. And most of the Toastmasters Toastmasters Club are getting into hybrid meeting, and we will also in March. And another point which I wanted to highlight is the membership renewal is happening in end of March. I think we will start the announcement by tomorrow, by 1st or 2nd of March, and look forward to all of you like 100% renewal this time. Other than that, let me call, like we have two distinguished guests today, so many distinguished guests today. I would like to quickly get Aishwarya Lakshmi for a few minutes to tell her as a guest today, because she will be definitely, let's see how it needs to be done. And
Sure.
let that be a surprise. Yes, Aishwarya.
Sure, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Aishwarya Lakshmi, based out of Tuticorin. Currently, I'm working as a project support in AstraZeneca India Private Limited, and I did my bachelor's degree in the stream of computer science, graduated from Tyagarajar College of Engineering. Then it's almost 8 months since I've joined in AstraZeneca. One of my colleague, he suggested me to join in this club just to improve my communication skills, public speaking skills, and to gain more confidence. That's it. And about my family, I'm the only child. My father and mother both are working in a private concern. That's pretty much about myself, and looking forward to learn more from this club.
Of course, we look forward to you as a member in short
Thank you,
while.
sir.
And another proud Medleyan, Raghubai, is back today as a guest, and I'm sure he is going to be our member once again. Raghubai, I'll request you to have a few words of how you're feeling back.
What I would say, Medley is always something I used to enjoy, but last COVID and a few challenges stopped me to enjoy those moments. But I'm confident now that I'm back, and I'm looking forward to participate in those physical meetings once I'm back to Chennai.
Yeah.
And really excited, and my sincere thanks to for all of you. I just don't want to name anyone because everyone contacted me when I was away from Medley, and everyone encouraged me and also given me strength to come out of those tough situations. I'm back. I'm happy. I'm in a fresh mind, and I'm just joining back. But the biggest challenge for me now is a remote place, getting net connectivity and all. I hope I will be there very soon.
Excellent. Welcome back, Raghu. I'm very, very
Thank you.
happy to
Thank
be
you.
back.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I have another guest, guest Elamaram and Shakuntala. I would want a few seconds from you on how do you come to know about Toastmasters and your experience in Medley.
Sure, Raghunath. Hey, everyone. Hello. Oh, okay. You go first, please. Sakuntala.
Hello, thank you, sir. I'm
Yes.
Sakuntala from Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
I feel like this club is my family. If I'm in India, definitely I'll join. There's no whether I can join from here. Let's see. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. I learned a lot from it. Thank you.
Thank you, Shakuntala. Look, good that you're enjoying Medley meeting. And yes, guest Elamaram.
Yes, thank you so much, Raghunath. So, hello, everyone. I'm Ilamaran Rajsekharan from Chennai. I work with ShareChat, a regional social media platform, and English has been a part of my life only for the last 7 years. So I always have this question if I'm delivering my thoughts right to anyone I talk to. And I am here for the clarification and to learn more that whatever I have it till now with hopefully your support and mentorship.
Excellent.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Elamaran. And I know we have guest Ansi and Murlidhar as the guests today. Are you there?
Yes, this is Ansi.
Yes.
I'm from Chennai and I'm working in a corporate sector. So I just want to improve my communication level. So I'm here.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah, please let us know. There is Dinesh. If you see the participant list, there is Dinesh. You can talk to him, and Dinesh will be in touch with you to know if you want to know further. He's our VP membership. Murlidhar, would you like to say something?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Murlidhar. I've been associated with Toastmaster, not as a member, but I keep once in a while, couple of times in a year, I just keep coming. And I'd been coming physically also to Medley about a couple of years ago.
Okay.
So I thought, this is, last week I was in a training where I basically work in a company called Caterpillar. So last week I was in a training where the trainer said, "Hey guys, it is always good to go and take Toastmaster." I was asking him difference between Toastmaster and personal coaching. He said Toastmaster is always good than a personal coaching.
Okay.
Then I'm looking. So then I said, okay, fine. I should not delay more than this. I should sign up. I should sign up with Medley soon because I live in this area, Thiruvanmayur. So
excellent.
So that's the whole me to push. I think I'll just attend a couple of meetings and then sign up for.
Sure. Looking forward to you as a member.
Sure, Raghu. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And today we have a very, very special guest. I'm really proud to introduce our charter president as the TMOD. The kind of learning that we get when the experienced Toastmasters comes and share their experience, like what I talked about, Mark Brown. He's someone like that stature in the Toastmaster community fraternity in Chennai and abroad. An excellent orator and a great visionary from let me welcome DTM VNS as the TMOD for today. Over to you, sir. I think you're on mute.
Thank you very much, President, for the nice words. And he has put me in comparison to the world champion, Mark Brown. Of course, Mark Brown, I have seen him in Bahrain about 10, 20 years back. I am not like Mark Brown because he is a world champion and I am here not even a champion. Today's meeting is a unique meeting in Medley. because I was presiding over Medley's meeting for about 1.5 years continuously. And I can claim that I was the president, not even absent for even one meeting during my tenure. Today's meeting theme is a little tricky and interesting. Rainy honeymoon days. Honeymoon days, all of you know, some people would have forgotten because of years, but you can bring the memories back. Honeymoon days are the days, if you say 4 days or 5 days or 6 days, the days which you cannot forget in your life, and the maximum joyful days of your life. Then what is the speciality of this rain there? Honeymoon days should be without rain. With rain means more intimate, more intimacy, exotic and romantic. Rainy days. And one couple went for a honeymoon, and the husband, maybe like me, so he told her that, let's take 2 umbrellas, because we are going to hill stations. Probably there may be rain, we will take 2 umbrellas. Then she told, no, we need only 1 umbrella. And when he asked, what is the reason why you say 1 umbrella, she said, in rain, both the people in 1 umbrella cannot be protected from the rain. You will be getting wet. So that pressure we want to enjoy. So we will take only 1 umbrella. So this is the rainy honeymoon days. I request all Toastmasters to get along with this theme. Coming to the Medley Toastmasters. Medley Toastmasters, as Sergeant at Arms told, the club was started in 2008. And the unique thing for this club is, this club has grown up along with the members, or otherwise, the members grown up along with the club. All of you know that, in education, whether it is a primary school or a high school or college or university, all education, there is a basic missing link. Is there any syllabus of any university or college or school has got a lesson for listening, thinking, and speaking? Is there, the syllabus contains these 3 things? No. And also in school and colleges, you know very well that if you make mistake in your subject, whether it is mathematics or English, if you make mistake means your mark is cut. And you will be put in the next rank or the last rank. Your ability or your proficiency and efficiency is determined by the mistakes what you make. But all over the world, there is only one educational institution where you are encouraged to make mistakes. Here what we say is, come and make mistake here. We bring new people, new members, students, come and make mistake here. But don't make the mistakes again and again. make the mistakes for 1 or 2 times and get corrected by the evaluator, and you become a leader, or you become a enlightened person. Here, what we do is we are re-educating the educated. We are enlightening the enlightened. We are electrifying the electrified already. That is the speciality of this club, Medley, or any other club. For that matter, if you take in Chennai, I can, with all guts and courage, I can say that the best club in Chennai is Medley Toastmasters Club. Before going to with the program, I have to introduce that in Toastmasters, the backbone, the spinal cord is evaluation. So we have got a very refined and well-enlightened general evaluator, young, energetic, enthusiastic, handsome, and also he is now sitting in London. He is sitting in London and he is evaluating us. Let's all put our hands together in inviting Krishna Kishore, a general evaluator of today's evening.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for the kind words. Fortunately, I'm back in India and I'm going to evaluate the session today from India. So good evening and good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters.
When did you come? You didn't tell me.
Sorry, sir. I came a month back.
All your movements should be noticed to me.
Sure, sir. So today I'm going to play the role of a general evaluator. So what do we do as a general evaluator or a team of evaluators? When you take the stage with the webcam and the mic, we start taking our notepads to key in the details, quantitative and qualitative aspects of what you do in front of the limelight. So I have two sets of teams. One is called tag, timer, counter, and grammarian. And the second set of the team is an evaluators who evaluate the prepared speeches we make on the spotlight. So having said that, I'm going to lead this team for today's meeting, and I'm going to evaluate the overall proceedings of the meeting today. With that said, let us go ahead and understand these roles better so that you will be able to understand what you're going to get back from the meeting. With that said, let me introduce our for today, who is Ranga, and he's our past secretary, and he has created a benchmark for himself in doing this role. And I admire his meticulous work in doing anything related to documentation. I have been following him and I admire his work for last 1.5 years since I have known Ranga. Besides this, he is he had a successful career in banking and IT, and now he's working for a not-for-profit making organization for mentally challenged children. So with that said, Ranga, let me invite you to read out the roles and responsibilities of timer.
Thank you for your kind words, Kishore. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. As timer for today, you wanted to say something, Kishore? Sorry. Okay,
no, Ranga, go ahead. Please proceed.
As timer, my responsibility will be to see that no one crosses the time or the meeting is run according to the time. We have three main divisions today, which is the prepared speeches, and then we have the table topics, and we have the evaluations. Apart from this, we have an education session today by Toastmaster Elan Kumaran, mostly called Ike. He is called Ike. So his session will be for 20 minutes. And how we are going to be dividing this is, for the prepared speeches, it will be 5 to 7 minutes. I will show a green card. I'll just try to share the screen with you. A green card at 5 minutes, amber at 6 minutes, and the red at 7 minutes. For the TT, it will be for 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, and 2 minutes, respectively. For evaluations, it will be 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, and 3 minutes. For the humorous speech that we are going to be having, it's a duration of 20 minutes. We'll have the green card at 16 minutes, the amber card at 18 minutes, and the red card at 20 minutes. I will give my report to the general evaluator when called upon to do so. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you very much, Ranga, for briefing us about the timer's role. Moving on, we have Venkatesan, who is playing an R-counter role, and he's our newest member for Medley, and he's doing his debutant role today as an R-counter. He's a seasoned domain consultant in power generation and enterprise asset management, and works for TCS in different geographies of the world. Having said that, Venkatesan, may I request you to read out the roles and responsibilities of an R-counter.
Control over usage of filler words play a crucial role in the success of a public speaker. They not only reduce the confidence of the speaker, but also it distracts audience and lose their interest on the topic. In today's session, I'll be counting the usage of such words like so, and any repetitive words or long pauses which are not relevant to the subject of speech. End of this session, I will share a report of R-counter for prepared speakers, TT speakers, evaluators, and the guest speaker. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Venkatesan, and all the very best for your debutant role. Moving on, let me introduce you the grammarian for today, who is Rohit. Again, he's a veteran Toastmaster for Medley, and he is very meticulous in planning his roles. And one thing I admire is his TMOD role, which was on my second time attending the Medley. And I remember how he carried out the whole session. So with that said, he's working with Cognizant and has moved to Chennai nearly a decade ago. His perspective to life is to take as it comes and live not to regret even a single day. Having said that, let me ask grammarian Rohit to read out his roles and responsibilities.
Thank you, G. Am I audible, visible?
Yes, Rohit, please proceed.
All right. Thank you, G. Very good afternoon to fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today I'll be playing the role of a grammarian, and it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. So today's word of the day is tenacious. It is an adjective and it means persistent determination, being stubborn and relentless. It is somebody not likely to give up or let something go. As an example of using the word in a sentence, a tenacious person will achieve a goal they set despite any difficulties encountered while achieving that goal. So I request each speaker to use the word of the day. I'll give the grammarian's report when called upon during the meeting and also report on the usage of the day. Thank you. Thank you. Over to you, G.
Thank you, Rohit. As I said to everyone, so this introduces the first set of team, which is our tag team. And besides that, we will come back in the second part of the session to give you a perspective of the evaluations for the prepared speeches and also for the overall meeting. With that said, let me hand over the limelight back to our DTM VNS, sir. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Krishna Kishore. You have not informed me flying back from London. If you would have let me know, then I would have made a magic here that your evaluator is in London. Within 2 seconds, I will bring him here.
Got it, sir. Thank you.
But you did not inform me. Anyways, okay. Now, gentlemen, ladies, the honeymoon, we cannot leave it half the way. And we have to take honeymoon also with us. And also the rainy days in honeymoon. In Toastmasters, normally there will be 4 sessions: business session, a prepared speech session, topic session, and evaluation session. Here today we have got a special presentation by Mr. IK, by Mr. IK. It's an educational session. And now to start with the speech session, the first speaker will be evaluated by Mr. Dinagaran, Toastmaster Dinagaran. Can I call Mr. Dinagaran? Invite Mr. Dinagaran to read the project requirement.
Thank you, TM Modi. Today, Toastmaster Jagannathan is giving a speech from the pathway, Persuasive Influence, Level 1, Project 3, Research and Presentation. The title of the speech is Stop the Steal. The duration is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Jagannathan.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dinagaran. Now that's all. Put our hands together to invite the first dynamic speaker of today, Mr. Jagannathan, Toastmaster Jagannathan.
Toastmaster of the day, can we also put our hands together to say, stop the steal, stop the steal. And once again, Toastmaster of the day, would you help us stop the steal?
What you are going to steal?
They have stolen from us. The only property that can be truly our own, they have stolen from us. Fellow Medleyans like Sunil and Venkat.
Get more energetic. Fight.
Fellow Medleyans like Sunil and Venkat have worked their entire life to stop this. Just like the human stealing a honey's bee, they have stolen our hard-earned property. Sunil, being a lawyer, knows how many cases we have lost, either because of lack of clarity in the laws or lack of awareness or delay in hearings. Stop the steal. Wait, who is they? What are they stealing? What is this property? Why Sunil and Venkat are fighting to stop this? Good afternoon, friends. How many here know the movie The Pirates of the Caribbean? Just give me a hand up. Thank you, Raghu. A pirate is a thief who often travels by water. Just like the Bay of Bengal, there are many bays around the world in which they work. Now, one such bay is Pirate Bay. You won't be able to find this bay on anywhere on a world map. It's in cyberspace. Britannica Encyclopedia quotes, the Pirate Bay is the most popular site in the world to use BitTorrent protocol that allows distribution of very large files. Unquote. These files are movies, songs, documentaries, and other artistic expressions of human intellectual property. Once I downloaded Pirates of the Caribbean movie on Pirate Bay for free, which otherwise I would have paid 120 rupees. Yes. Wait, isn't that stealing? In an August 2016 article, the Business Insider reported that the magnum opus Bahubali, in the first 17 months of its release, was downloaded nearly 25 lakh times illegally in that time, causing a whooping 1,000 crore loss to the Telugu film industry. In a June 2020 article, the Economic Times reported, and I quote, the film industry is estimated to lose around 22,000 crores and around 60,000 jobs every year because of piracy. According to a 2018 Global Multidimensional Poverty Index released by Oxford Union, Alirajpur district in Madhya Pradesh is the poorest district in India. Having said that, imagine what we could do with the 22,000 crore loss that we have because of piracy. 15 such districts, 15 such poorest districts in India could be provided for a year 5 lakh per head to alleviate poverty. Taking someone else's property is a stealing. Is it not the core message of every religion on this planet? Why then are we not teaching our kids? Why then are we not teaching our kids that stealing someone else's intellectual property is a sin? Music industry is another place where stealing is rampant. Now, I spent a lot of money on good quality headphones, but not on music. Starmusic.com is where I downloaded my songs from for free. In a 2019 report titled Digital Music Study by the Indian music industry, piracy averages 67% of the Indian music market. The loss is estimated to be about 1,000 crore every year. With that amount of money, ISRO could launch 2 successful satellites to Mars every year. Nowadays, just even before the official release of a movie or a song, the pirated versions are out to quench our unquenchable thirst. Speaking of unquenchable thirst, how many here like Game of Thrones? Just a show of hands. Thank you. Back in 2017, one of the 7th season's episode was leaked online. People who had confessed their love for the TV series downloaded the episode illegally and watched it before the official release. I thought to myself, if they genuinely loved the TV series and its artists, would they download the episode illegally, thus inflicting financial losses on the producers? I thought to myself again, how shameful of them. I watched it in Hotstar. Wait, how did I watch the previous 6 seasons? You guessed it correct. How shameful of me to download someone else's hard work and steal it. The change happened to me in 2016 when a Hotstar and Amazon Prime came. I realized how ignorant I have been. I deleted all the movies and TV series I downloaded in my laptop. Music was difficult because it was part of my everyday life. I couldn't delete the songs right away. In July 2019, I switched to iTunes, which has a monthly subscription of 99 rupees. I was determined to change because whenever I looked in the mirror, all I could see was a pirate, a thief, although a poorly drawn pirate. I changed my ringtone. I changed my ringtone to an inbuilt one because if you have a customized ringtone, at some point in time, it would have been pirated. I use only authorized PDFs. I watch only official YouTube video channels and download pictures from official channels. Dear friends, consuming information costs us, should cost us because producing it does. As you are aware, Venkat is an IPR domain expert and Sunil is an IP lawyer who specializes in trademarks, patents, and copyrights, among others. If innovation and creativity is not protected and rewarded, if it's not protected and rewarded, then the creator will have no incentive to create indigenous products. Atmanirbhar Bharat will be a pipe dream. We can continue to criticize China on social media posts while continuing to use Chinese apps to share illegally downloaded movies. Today, we can be proud to say that we have 2 indigenous COVID-19 vaccines. Startup companies which have come up in the electric two-wheeler sector, the OTT services are booming with creativity, and a government which is determined to push innovation. It is for you and I to stop the steal, break the chain, and put an end to piracy. Shall we, Toastmaster of the Day?
Certainly, Mr. Jagannathan, we will try to put a break for this. Now, the next speaker is going to again speak on a pathways leadership development, 3rd level, which is going to be evaluated by our famous lawyer Sunil Jose. Before going to the evaluation details, shall I ask Sunil Jose one question? Where did you go? Where did you go for your honeymoon, if you remember? I don't think. I don't think it is that old you are.
I went to Munnar.
Ah, good. Then?
Then I came back.
How many days you were there?
I was there for a couple of days.
You went with your wife, you know?
Yes.
Yes. And was there rain?
No, it was not a rainy season.
It was not a rainy season. Okay, good. Now, can you read the objective of the speech for Mr. Mohana Sundaram?
So because of the tensed questions, I forgot the objectives. Anyway, good afternoon, Toastmasters and my dear friends. Toastmaster Mohana Sundaram is doing a level 3 project from the path leadership development. The project title is Presentation Software. A very interesting project. The name of the project is Deep Work. The timing allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. Now the purpose statement, the purpose of this project is for the member to introduce or review a basic presentation software strategies for creating and using slides to support or enhance a speech. And the purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate his or her understanding of how to use presentation software, including the creation of slides and incorporating the technology into a speech. Very interesting project. Looking forward to it. All the best, Toastmaster Mohana Sundaram. Over to you, TMOD.
Now let's all put our hands together to invite dynamic Medley and Mohana Sundaram.
One minute. Two students, Ram and Krishnan, live in Chennai with their parents. They both study for a bachelor degree at Anna universities. Their parents lived in a liberal lifestyle, hence there was some form of distractions always surrounded him, but their studying habits are quite different. Fellow Toastmasters, respected DTMs, and welcome guests, good afternoon. Ram wants no more distractions while studying, but Krishnan wants always electronic items like playing music and watching the games and chatting to the friends while studying. Final exams were on the verge of the corner like every year. They studied well and got the exams cleared, and the results were as expected. Their parents want them to apply for government examinations. Both Ram and Krishnan applied for the government examinations. Ram cleared the examination at post counter, but the Krishnan failed to clear the examinations and keep on trying every year. Two philosophers came up with their own ideas why the Ram went on being successful. They were Antonian Dalmus Setilengus, we call him shortly Antonian, a Dominican friar and a professor of the moral philosophies. And another philosopher is Mr. K. Anders Ericsson, a professor at Florida University. What the Antonian poet was, to learn anything new, one requires intense concentrations. In 1920s, Antonian revealed the fact that mastering the cognitively demanding task that would take years to formalize, whereas Anders Ericsson pulled together the Antonian strands into the single coherent answer that is consistent with the growing research. And they give us a punchy name called a deliberate practice. This brings us a question of what's a deliberate practice requires. Its core components are: number one, your attention is tightly focused on the specific skills or an idea you are trying to implement. Number two is you receive the feedback so that you can correct your approaches and keep on moving on the more productive path. And the component number one is clearly emphasize that deliberate practice cannot exist alongside of distractions. It requires uninterrupted concentrations. Components number two is obviously self-explanatory, and it makes sense also that you have to receive the feedback. To provide the base to this thesis, the neuroscientists have been exploring the physical mechanisms that drives the people's improvement on the hard task. As a journalist, Daniel Coyle, the survey in his book, The Talent Code, he has been consistently believed the answer, the myelin. A myelin is nothing but a layer of fatty tissues that grows around the neurons and acting like an insulator, and that fires faster and cleaner. There are so many scientific names in this diagrams, so don't worry about that. We are only focusing on the left side of the rectangle, the myelin. We can visibly see that how the myelin wrapping around the neurons. As a new science reveals that to get better at the new skills, you need to develop the more myelin around your neurons and allowing the specific circuit to trigger more and more. By focusing more intensely on the specific skills, you are forcing to trigger the more myelins. You are forcing to trigger the specific and relevant circuit again and again. This repetitive use of specific circuit triggers the cells to form the myelin around the neurons and effectively cementing the skills. The reason behind that, therefore, why it is important to focus intensely on the specific skill is this is the only way to isolate the specific circuit to trigger the effective myelinations. To be great at the specific skill is to be well myelinated. By contrast, if you want to learn any complex systems like a SQL management system or any language like Java, C#, anything in a state of low concentrations, you are possibly firing the low circuit. If you want to learn anything, you need to focus more clearly and intensely. If you're going more comfortably deep enough, you will be comfortable mastering the complex systems and skills needed to thrive in our economies. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mohanasundaram. Toastmaster Mohanasundaram, I want to request you to take me a tuition class on this one, after the meetings were over. I'll come for tuition with you, because I have not understood many of the things what you have spoken. I'll come and get a tuition from you. Now, gentlemen, ladies, we are coming almost to the middle of the meeting. Next is a topic session, very interesting session. And we used to say that the most interesting session in Toastmasters is the topic session, because there is no need of preparation, rehearsal, or notes, nothing. Just you can come free hand and come and comment on the topic master. And today we are actually gifted to have a special and a distinguished, most distinguished Toastmaster as to conduct the topic session. Dr. Shauri Rajan, he is a versatile and well-experienced Toastmaster. He has read a lot, and knowledge-wise, he is more than a doctorate. About arts, whether you take it to music or flute or any other instruments also he can play. I heard his flute playing live, and if Medleyans want to enjoy once again, you have to arrange another meeting, especially for Mr. Shauri Rajan to play flute for 10 to 12 minutes, and it will be very interesting. And he has really done a research on this topic session. Well, I have to tell you that, he has done more than research on this topic session, and he can clear all your doubts about the topic session, and he has got a passion towards training for topic session and other Toastmasters session. And now, before introducing him, I will ask Mr. Shauri Rajan to tell about his honeymoon and then start his topic session. Let's all put our hands together to Dr. Shauri Rajan.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Little more sound.
Okay.
You're audible.
Okay. Because
can you increase
if
the
I'm not
volume?
audible, you will not be uploadable. So about the very personal question which has been asked.
You can say lie.
Long ago. Long
you can
ago,
lie.
I went to Kodaikanal. It was Kodaikanal 5 days. Luckily, it was only 5 days, because by the time that resort or guest house cook has finished his 5 full menus.
Sound.
Dr. Sampath, it's very feeble.
Sound to increase.
Actually, there is a problem with the audio. I was trying to change it. It has not happened. Today also it has not come.
Okay.
How is it now? Okay. I think I will switch off my video and concentrate on the audio. Is it better now?
Yeah.
Better?
Better.
Okay. So now coming to the table topic session. It's a very important day to have a table topic session, because tomorrow we are having a table topic contest. And I believe at least 2-3 of the contestants are here now, even more probably. So the only thing I have to explain about table topic session for the benefit of guests is the timing rule. The time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. The lower qualifying limit is 1 minute. Higher qualifying limit is 2 minutes 30 seconds. Within that time, you can give full freedom to your imagination and creativity and create a response for whatever topic I give you. Now, can I request Toastmaster Dinesh Shankar to take the first topic?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The topic for you is a very happy topic. Boast about a weakness you have. Boast about a weakness you have.
Thank you, DTM, Sampat Saurirajan sir. Boast about the weakness you have. The weakness perhaps I have most is that I tend to eat a lot. Even the other day, when we're going to a hotel, I usually don't want to eat in a buffet. The simple reason is that if I eat like two to three times more, and this time my sister was insisting on going on a buffet because it's a long time since we ate one, since it was pre-COVID when we ate. So, and her stomach is so small, and so she eats just half a plate in the buffet. But she's the one who insists the most. And I was eating for more than 1.5 hours. So she was just sitting there, plainly looking at me for more than 1 hour. And at the end, she said it was a wrong decision to take you come to the buffet. So it was a very, very huge weakness which I have. I love to boast. And also, I used to be the, people who, after eating, they would all have so much of leftovers. And they would all look at me after they have completed eating, because they know that certainly I would someone who's a finisher, like how MS Dhoni is there in cricket. I would finish all that there is there in the restaurant, or at least I will take away everything and make sure that I eat in the following day, so that the food doesn't go waste. So certainly it is a huge thing that I have, that food is certainly which I like very much. And I'm trying to now reduce my intake of food, although I have been least successful till now. Thank you, and over to you, Sampat Saurirajan sir.
Thank you. Please note that Toastmaster Ranga is the timer. Keep a watch on him. The next speaker I would like to invite is Toastmaster Sundaresan. Toastmaster Sundaresan.
Yes, sir. Yes, table topic master.
Use faith. Don't test it. Use faith. Don't test it.
Sorry, sir.
Use faith. F-A-I-T-H. Faith.
No, the first word.
Use.
Use faith, don't test it. Okay.
Don't test it.
Yeah.
And you please remember, religion is a taboo topic.
Yeah. Use faith, don't test it. Sir, thank you, table topic master. When it comes faith, then I have to talk about the family. I have faith in them that any task if I give, they will complete. So it's a testing period when my son was young. When I used to give some task, he will sincerely, with respect, he will say yes, and he will do it in his own style. Probably 50%, or he will not do. Like he cheats some of the times in the homework also. So I do have a faith that somehow he will pass, and because I have done the same tricks with my parents, so certainly I have faith that he will also become a successful someday following my path. The lighter note, thank God, he also has become a successful person, keeping my faith, and he has become a systems engineer and a professional also now. So when it comes to my family, I have to tell about my wife, that I do have faith that she's an excellent cook. I have to say that. So I do have faith that she prepares the best. But sometimes when I get a nice dish from my neighbor, I don't test and tell the truth. Certainly, I will tell lie that it was not so nice as you prepare. So even though I tell a lie, it makes her day nice day. So I do tell lies, and sometimes only I test that, and I do have faith in my family members. And thank you, Table Topic Master. Over to you.
Thank you. Do we have Toastmaster Atisai?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, Dr. Sampath.
Okay.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah. Toastmaster Atisai, for a man so young, I am giving a very morbid topic. What will they say at your funeral? What will they say at your funeral? Toastmaster Atisai.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sampath. For a man so young, thinking about funerals, especially one that is your own, is not something you do very often. However, there are times when you think about death and dying, because as a teenager and as a young person, there are a lot of moments where you go into a stream of thought, and then one thought leads to the other and another and another, and ends up with your funeral. What would my parents think if I died today? What will my friends think if I died today? How many of them will show up if I died today? What will my teachers, what will people who I interact with on a daily basis think if I die today? Will they miss me? Will they not miss me? Will they even notice that I'm not present anymore? A lot of questions and a lot of difficult answers. I would like to begin with the first one. What would my parents think if I were to die immediately, if I were to die today, if they were on my funeral? The first thought that comes to mind is they would probably not be in a state of thinking. They would be trying to accept the fact that their son is no more. About my friends, I believe this would be a very good way to test friendships. People who actually miss me, people who cared for friendship, would show up to the funeral. They would miss me, regret me, probably remember a lot of things that we did, memories that we had, trips that we went to, the fun that we had in college, all the antics that we played out, the times that we were scolded by teachers, the times that we spent standing outside classes. And then there might be friends who do not even show up, people who I thought were great friends, but they were actually not. They would say different things, and I would not like to spoil the mystery by trying to actually say what they would say, but I would leave you all with just these broad tips that this is what will happen at my funeral, and this is what I believe. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, can I have Toastmaster Venkatesan? Venkatesan.
Sir, I am mark counter. If somebody else can do the
Not
counting.
Venkatesan.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he's available today, sir.
Okay. Then can I have our superstar Priya Bailur?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the topic for you is a bird in the bush is feast for eyes and ears. A bird in the bush is feast for eyes and ears.
Yeah, I got a bird in the bush is
a feast, F-E-A-S-T, feast for eyes and ears.
Yes, I got it now. It's a feast for eyes and yeah, as it is rightly said, anything worth appreciating never goes unnoticed by a nobleman. And the way you described that a bird in the bush, I think it's not just the bird which we would like to take here. I think anything which is in the nature, it may be the sunrise, the flowers blooming, the dew in the rainy days, everything is a feast to our eyes and our ears. I think for that, what is needed in today's time is to be mindful of what we are doing. There are so many things around us. It happens in our everyday life. When we go for a walk, there are two set of people. One set of people are so much into their walk, they're behind the calories, fat burn and other things. They're behind this electronic gadget, and they forget to understand the real bliss is when you are a part of that nature. And there are other set of people. I would like to put myself in that second set, where I take my own pace because I want to smell the flower, I want to hear the sound of the chirping bird, because I think there is so much of beauty which is more needed than just burning your fat or the calories. And this is what is being mindful in today's world. This statement of yours is justifying that that word of mindfulness. And we are into so much in this rush world, and we try to make big money, and at this other second hand we are trying to retain that money of ours by putting money on the health. So I feel that there are very little joys which is surrounding us, and we need to just open up our senses to enjoy. And the best is, as we say, there may be a bird in the bush or a bee trying to take the nectar of the flower. Everything is around us, just for us to as a feast for our eyes and our ears. Over to you.
Thank you. Actually, this topic was a counterpoint for the usual saying, bird in hand is worth two in the bush. I must have given this topic to some non-vegetarian. He would have been finding it difficult. Thank you very much. Next, can I have DTM Thomas Abraham? DTM Thomas Abraham.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, sir. Your topic. Advantages of amnesia. Advantages of amnesia. DTM Thomas.
Thank you very much, doctor. You know, it's a fallacy to say that be mindful, be conscious of the settings around you. Think about it. In a minor way, isn't anonymity the greatest panacea for all sinful people? You just have to be invisible. In fact, that's why many people wish their only God's wish they ask for is, give me invisibility for one day for all the mischief. The one that you propose now to me is the second layer of doing what you want to do. If you have amnesia, you don't have to worry about the past. You don't have to worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow also you will have amnesia possibly. So you wouldn't have to worry about what you're going today. Amnesia is also a good protection against all the worries in the world. And the world that we are in is only getting more worrisome. Therefore, you can consider amnesia a very good medicine, not just for the mind, through the mind, for the body. You get good sleep. You don't have guilt. I can, all of us can imagine what amnesia does in terms of good. Now, in other words, if you have anonymity and if you have amnesia, you are back to the time Adam and Eve started. You're back to the time of having all the fun in the world and having a large world with all that is good about it, and no evil, no boring talk, just interesting conversation, flowers, the bees, the fruits. The apple is also, you can have the apple. You don't have to worry about any consequences. You don't have to worry about having to live from your effort. It's an ideal situation. Amnesia plus anonymity. That is a bubble. Like you have the bubble these days for cricketers. That's the bubble gives you ultimate, extreme, unadulterated joy. Anyone ready for it? Come with me. Thank you.
Thank you. Obviously, you haven't taken any loan. Anybody who has taken a loan would have been very happy to get this topic. Next, can I have a guest, Elamaran? Guest Elamaran.
Hello, sir.
Available?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Welcome to Medley with this topic.
Thank you so much.
Every day is a new chance. Every day is a new chance. Guest Elamaran.
Thank you. Every day is a new chance. Yeah. Just imagine a day when you are aware, when you're afraid of starting your journey to the office. Just imagine a day when you are scared what is waiting there, when you are not sure of what's going to happen next, right? But just imagine a day when you have the whole day laid out in front of you. You know for sure what's going to happen the next minute, the next hour, in the afternoon, or in the evening. You know for sure what's going to happen for the next 8 hours that you're going to be in the office. Which one would you consider fun? The one that's laid out, or one that you don't have any idea about, that you're scared or anxious about? I would say most probably the second one. Why? Because where is fun? If you know that this is how it's going to be. Where is fun if you know that everything is set out, laid out for you? Where is fun if there is nothing waiting for you to learn? If there is nothing waiting for you to explore? If there is nothing waiting for you to have fun with, right? So every day you come across new moments, you come across new discussions, you come across new topics, and every day you learn something new. So yes, I would say every day is definitely a new moment in your life to enjoy. And yeah, thank you. I hope I did.
Thank you. Next, can I have guest Ansi? Guest Ansi available?
Yes.
Okay. So here is your topic. You are your first priority. You are your first priority. Guest Ansi.
As a mother, I'm the first priority in my home, because if I'm not here, no work, they'll not do any work. That's it.
Would you like to try some other topic? Because
No.
normally we don't do it, but for guests, okay.
No.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Can we call Toastmaster Lakshmi? Toastmaster Lakshmi. Okay. How about Toastmaster Shankar?
Yes, sir.
You are not doing any role today, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Toastmaster Shankar, your topic is waste not fresh tears over old griefs. Waste not fresh tears over old griefs. Toastmaster Shankar.
Okay. Thank you for the wonderful topic, sir. So whenever we are facing for this situation, what happened? Everything it has happened, and I strongly believe that it happened in the past. But there is the saying that we can change the work what happened in the past, and we can move about the future. Over the futures. In fact, I had faced a lot of challenges in my past, but whenever I'm facing for that particular situation, I always go for how we can do better and do better. And some of the situation, yes, in case we can we could succeed, but some of the situations we may not succeed. But those situations we have to see what could be the reasons and how we can potentially come over for the future. That is a very important lesson which I learned for the past few years. In fact, we can get it, learn from our friends, our colleagues, or even for own relatives, how they have handling the particular situation, so that we can do our level best. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Is our Medley and Raghubai available? Raghunath Mishra?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Welcome back to Medley with this topic. Success means different things to different people. A very simple topic. Success means different things to different people. For Medley, it means you are coming back. Toastmaster Raghunath Mishra.
Thank you, Dr. Sir. So, yes, you rightly said success means different things to different people. It all depends on the purpose for an individual that he wants to enjoy or survive. So for few, it is like success means to serve the society. For few, it is success means achieving something as an individual. And for few, it is success means having a lot of materialistic things as an individual. But above all, whatever we do or whatever a person thinks that is a success to him, I believe it is most important, like whatever that we gain out of that success, if that is useful to the society in some way or the other, at least that is going to be a success to me. Yeah, that's what I believe is success, because that is what you had the faith of success. When you pass on to others, the others will others, if they can pursue it, probably the society, the world will be in a better place. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Over to you.
Mr. Timer, can I have one or two more topics?
Actually, we are a little stretched now for time. Could we end with this, please?
Okay. So with that, I will close it. You can continue with the next. Back to
Thank
the
you.
Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Dr. Shauri Rajan. Gentlemen, ladies, let's give a big hand to Dr. Shauri Rajan for a wonderful topic session and vibrant topic session he has conducted. Now, can I ask Timer Ranga, what would be the timing for the Ilam Kumaran speech?
His timing is 20 minutes. The green will go up at 60, the amber at 80, and the red at 20.
Gentlemen, ladies, we have not yet left the rainy days, rainy honeymoon days, the theme. Still, now the next item is the last item of today's education session. Ilam Kumaran has requested not to introduce him as enthusiastic, energetic, young, handsome, and all these things he doesn't want. So I will introduce him as one among us, and let us have a chat. He wants exactly, he used the word, I want to have a chat with Medleyians. So you can take the liberty and talk to him like your own friend. And before that, Ilam Kumaran, you are Ilam Kumaran. Ilam Kumaran.
Yes, sir.
First, have you got married?
What name is that?
Have you got married?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So where did you go for your honeymoon?
I went to Andaman.
Andaman, no?
Yeah.
There was rain there?
No, it was pleasant because it was sometime in February.
No,
So it was right after 1.5
what
years
is
from
your comment
tsunami,
on rainy
and obviously a
honeymoon
lot of
days?
stress.
Rainy honeymoon days.
The most romantic, and it would be great if you have the nice partner with you. Yeah.
Okay. Although he doesn't want, I have to introduce him as a young, energetic, handsome young man. You can treat him as one among us. Let's give a big hand to Mr. Ram.
Thank you. Timer, will you let I can do I have access? I mean, before that, am I audible and visible? Everybody? Yeah, great. All right. I may share a screen. Maybe it has a couple of slides, but before that, I just wanted to check this one. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to clarify, it is not a humor speech. It is more of how you craft humor speech, how you structure your humor speech. That is what I'm going to have a short discussion.
We will not laugh. We will not laugh. Don't worry. We will not laugh so easily.
I've touched that. I've touched that in it.
I can assure you.
Perfect.
I can assure you.
Perfect. So, timer, let me know when I can start.
Start. You can start straight away. You can bombard.
Thank you. Okay, question for you all. When did you cry last time? When did you cry the last time? Ever in the past? 2 days, 2 months, 2 years, 20 years back? Sometime ever? Everyone? Sometime? Some other time? Yeah? Maybe.
3 years ago.
3 years ago. See, there will be some, the moment when I ask, when did you cry? Definitely there will be a moment in the past we pick up. There's an incident which has happened that made you cry. Let me rephrase my question this way. When did you smile last time? Don't you think this is a nonsense question? Don't you think it's an awkward in a humorous speech?
A minute ago.
Yeah.
We forgot.
A minute ago.
Forgot laughing after marriage.
Correct. So, smile is something we can't give up. It's something which happens each and every minute with us. And that's why we are all here to look forward. What is really a humor, the 7 sense? We are all aware, the 5 senses. I don't need to really talk about it because we use it everyday life and all those. It's all fine. The 6th sense, which is familiarly called as thoughts, thoughts is something which can control those 5 senses in the way they operate. To me, humor is little above and 1 sense above, and that is the 7th sense, where humor can actually take control of your thoughts and even the next 5 senses too. With that note, we know tricks and tips how to control your 5 senses. Even if you want to win your 6th sense, you can definitely try a yoga or meditation or something. You can get some glimpse of how to control the thoughts. What about the 7th sense? How can I even bring in that humor within me? How can I spread the humor with the people around me? Is there a trick? Is there a way I can do it? Well, that is what we are going to chat here today. Let's move on. I bring in an acronym to you in front of you. Humor. It's nothing but this acronym of joke. As it clearly explained here, the J is jack the audience. Ornate is nothing but highly decorative. And K is to knock off. E is extended. For the next 5 to 7 minutes or next 10 minutes, we'll continue to look at each and everything here, every other letter, and then we'll come back to this slide once again. Number 1, what do you mean by a communication? To me, communication is not something what you said. It's about what is heard at the other side. The communication loop will not close until it is reached the other party. For example, a baby cries. It's not really crying, isn't it? A baby cries because it tries to communicate an information to his mother, saying that it needs attention, right? And if I give some other example, a few years ago, when we are riding a scooter or when we are riding a bike, we used to see the people who are coming in the opposite with the lights on. We used to shake like this, isn't it? We used to tell that. Immediately, this message has been said from us and received by other person, he acknowledges, he switches off the light. Sometimes he even say a thank you to you. All happens in microseconds. So these incidents tells us that communication is no more a language that has to be communicated. It can be a sign, it can be a body language, it can be anything, but it's not in the way we say. It is only in the way it's heard or it is taken by the other party. Only then the communication loop gets closed. With that note, assuming you are entering into a big room full of audience and you are going to deliver your humorous speech there, right from the first moment you enter into the podium, the first thing you do is look at the audience from left to right, completely have a look what kind of audience you have in the room the moment you walk into the podium itself. You can easily spot certain set of audience. I call them as a category 1 audience. They usually have a very broad smile. They would like to have a connect with you. They have that smile all the time, and they usually lean forward and then come in front of the seats and looking forward something from you. They are the ones who are the diamonds. You can't let them go at any point in time of your speech. You need to retain them throughout the speech because they are the assets. They are the ones who could recognize you, whatever you speak. So be aware, those are the diamonds. When you enter itself, you can easily spot those diamonds. Then there is a category 2, who are the gold ones. In general, the category 2 audience, they don't stay in that particular moment. For example, they might be thinking of, they would have been beaten up by their wife, or they would have been got a severe scoldings from their boss, or maybe thinking about what I will do this month EMI for my housing loan, or maybe even thinking I'm already running late. What if this guy come and talk about 20 minutes, continues for another 20 minutes? What will happen to me? My next meeting is also getting delayed. Oh my God, it's already late. So some tension. You could see them. They are not in the present. They are not with you at all. They are in a different world. Then a new threat came. Okay, there are people who are literally sitting in front of you chatting with someone. That's a new threat. They are not in the present mode, and they are the gold audience to you. How to tap them? All you need to show is the passion from where you are coming from. You quickly identify who are those gold audience. Have a look at them. The first 30 seconds to 1 minute, your focus should be purely on them. They slowly start coming out. And this is where your category 1 will help. The moment a category 1 guy laughs for your joke, obviously it gets into category 2. More than looking at his mobile, will start look at what's happening. At the same time, if you look at him face to face, that is where he gets connected to you. The circle, you bring him to your circle, take him out of the circle and try to connect with your circle. The category 2 will travel with you from then on. And there are the third type of people who are usually, you could see they are pretty reluctant. And the TMOD rightly highlights, I bet you that we guys won't laugh. They are the ones, the audience, if you see, they appear to be hard. They clearly challenge you that I am hard enough. Just try if you can make me smile. That kind of a messaging you could see from the body language. And if you want to relate it, now I'll give you an example. For example, 5 years ago, you met a friend, one of your friends, okay? You got 1 lakh rupees from him, okay? With the note that you will return in 5 days. And for about 5 years, you never return to him. And all of a sudden, you are seeing him in a supermarket in front of him. Okay, what is the kind of mood stamp or what is the kind of face this guy will have? They are that kind of a people. Now, we need to pull that kind of audience to our forum. Jacking them is very key. So your most focus should always to only those type of people. When just look at them face to face. Try to keep looking at them face to face until they avoid looking at you. I'll give you one more example. If I can refrain myself from smiling at someone, I can refrain myself saying that, no, I won't. But I cannot restrict when someone smiles at me to respond back. How many times we just smiled and moved on when a stranger just passed on, and just because the person smiled at us, we also smiled, isn't it? If that is the treatment, a stranger can make an impact to you smile. Why not as a public speaker, you can influence that person, right? Just look at them, give the most importance to them in the room, talk for them, and full attention to only to them. They melt down to your space. And that is where you get your silver audience into your pool. Now you have jacked the audience. Now the entire stage is yours. All you will do in the first 2 minutes, you will get the audience to you. What's next? This is all we would have done before you enter into the podium. But still, I will bring in how you ornate the script. How do you even prepare a script? Every one of us had numerous incidents in the past. From our childhood till today, there are plenty of incidents happened. Everything has some humor content in it. Here and there, here and there, here and there. All you need to pick the best and top 5 humors ever happened in your life. Pick top 5. That's okay. You finish your speech, and for the next contest, if you think there will be another top 5 thing will come to you, don't worry about it. Pick the top 5 humor from your list. At the same time, pick another top 5, which is a backup for you. I'll tell you why you need a backup. The moment you take those 5 stories, that is very important. I'll give you an example. One contestant was talking in a humorous speech. Okay, he just made a word. I don't know, or I know only one word in Hindi, and that is Hindi. As simple as that. It can be that simple incident or a simple moment or simple script. It can be 15 or 20 odd scripts, you can write it. Whatever you do, just pick top 5 stories and keep top 5 backup stories as well. The second thing you can do is find scapegoats to whom you can actually reverse your script. Who are the scapegoats? Usually, it's about the 10-year, 12-year-old, the children who could actually listen to you and laugh at you, can easily evaluate where you are going in that particular story. No, otherwise, you can also try with your spouse, or you may have the category 1 kind of a group somewhere with you in your friends list. Those guys, if you just tap on them, they will just like that, they will smile. They are open to connect. Find such friends next to you. Don't go and tell them that I'm going to rehearse a content with you for my contest. No, all you need to try to do is just very casually, throw it out during your lunchtime or tea time. Find all these people and then try to tell what you wanted to say. Check their reaction. If that diamond people laugh out loud, I'm sure you can reach the silver audience too. For example, if they themselves not even laughing at your joke, with no second thought, you drop the idea there itself. The moment you drop the idea, pick something from your backup list. Your backup list is your master list. Keep loading your master list until you get the top 5 idea. And keep repeating this exercise. If you're not convinced that one person don't like it, try with another set of people and see where your comedy or the fun lands. That is where you can fine-tune your speech. When you fine-tune your speech, be a poet. Keep it crisp. Keep it crisp. At the same time, like poetry, you don't need to completely be genuine and give all clear-cut truth information into it. Sometimes poetry adds more value if you add a little bit of essence here and there. So the story is what you have picked up. You just add a little bit of masala here and there. Nobody will look for logic in the story, what you are telling. At the same time, nobody will arrest you because you are telling something which has not happened. Just be in such a way, create the story in a poetic way. It sounds very beautiful when it comes out. Each story, like 2-3 minute of kind of story, you bring it. And nicely, you script it in a way that can be delivered easily. At the same time, be conscious about what kind of stories you are picking up. You are picking up a story from something which has happened in your college days, where your college guys used to smile at it, laugh at it, all adult joke content without any mercy. Do not consider. Even though how quality joke you had at that point in time, it may not reach in Toastmaster community, or it's not ethical to pick up that kind of a joke. Reject those things which are non-parliamental things, just remove it. And something, if you feel a particular comedy doesn't go well with everybody, it's some way or the other, it is gender biased, it is hitting someone else, don't pick it up. Don't get into controversy. Pick the nice and wonderful story without hurting anybody. And that is how you can ornate the script. You can decorate your script from the base until it gets succeeded. Assuming you are all with me, moving on to a knock-off technique. What is a knock-off technique? There are plenty of ways you can make someone smile. I'll give you an example. If you look at an infant, a small baby, yeah, or a 1-year-old baby or 1.5-year-old baby, without they do anything, with that just an innocent face, we all will smile. Whatever mood you are in, or you get a beating or you come out of a very frustrated mood, even if you look at a 1.5-year kid in bus or somewhere in the lift or any public place, immediately you smile. From where that smile comes? Because the babies have the power to pull you to make you smile. Now, we are no more babies. We can't go and smile at someone to make someone laugh, right? So that concept will never work. Fine. Why not we pick up Mr. Bean? All he does is facial expression, which is doable, absolutely doable. Bring in the facial expressions. Number 3, how about Mr. Charlie Chaplin? All he does is his elegant body language, which makes you smile. That is doable. Let's bring in that body language. Number 4, have you watched the Tom and Jerry cartoon? However intellectual the Jerry is, it makes all the trap to make Tom to fail. And you are a Tom. You are not here, a Jerry, to go and show someone you're intellectual and be appreciated in a humor contest. No way. You are no more a Jerry in front of people, because if people are judgmental about what you are, you don't need to worry about it. Feel yourself as a Tom. Get into that crazy thing. Yeah. Dig your own ground. It is pulling your own self. You are not, if you are pulling a story in which you hurt someone else or you pull someone else, now that is where things may go wrong. Instead, maximum possibility is pull your own thing. Pull your own thing as much as possible. And that is where we'll give you results. Okay, people like to see you fail for good in terms of the script. They don't want to hear all the failure stories of yours. But there is an event in which you try to do something which got failed. Try to explain it, articulate in such a way that you are the one who got hit. And because this is a method, if you see even from an international comedian until a local comedians, this is a method. They pick it up, like pull your own ground, dig your own ground, pull yourself off. You get beaten up, you get ashamed of. Don't be scared to push your emotion down. Don't get scared to push your image down. No problem at all. It is end of the day, it's a script. If you can make someone laugh with just that momentary effect, that's all. So you keep all the ashamedness on you, and then you knock yourself completely down. That's one of the best technique I could even say everywhere. I'll give you one example. There was a movie called Payanam in Tamil. So we were very fond of that movie. So in that movie, there is a shot where they go completely clueless on what's going to be next because the terrorist got an attack. So the hero tells a dialogue. Okay, someone was opposing to it. And then finally makes a dialogue. Sir, do you have any better idea, sir? That's it. I was so inspired with that dialogue. What a heroism. What a mannerism he has mentioned. Why not I pick up the dialogue and use it somewhere? Next day I went to office. One of the release which went live, our guys have screwed up. Immediately I was in a conference call with my boss. He's 2 levels above the boss. Okay. He was asking, why did you fail? And we were trying to give all the reasons, this, that, and he's not convinced. Again, he's asking what happened. I was trying to explain this, that, this, that. Still, he's not convinced. At one point, I was just saying, sir, do you have any better option, sir? That's all. He cut the call at that moment. And from that point onwards, he never connected with me for about 2 years. So pick up some of incidents which are crisp, which are clear, where you got knocked off, you have been pushed out by others. Okay, that will help us to communicate what has happened. Okay, I was just in a hurry because otherwise we can expand it in a nice way. The fourth concept of extend it. Once upon a time, we were teenagers, me and my friend, close friend. We went to this movie called MA2, Mission Impossible 2, by Tom Cruise. From the beginning of the movie, there is a music we are all aware. The hero keep on coming in his race bike, and every time he comes with that race bike, there is a music. After the movie, we started from there. And from the theater hall, he was continuously saying and driving the bike. It was just a TVS 50, okay? And he was driving in such a way, I am the pillion rider. Next 2 minutes, we were on the ground. He is just next to the bike, and I was 5 minutes away. And when I picked up, it would have been end up there. No, if everything was okay, if he said sorry, machan, I would have done something wrong. No, After he picked up, I said, Commander, let's start. Ta-da, ta-da. That is when I got, sir. And by the time we started, everyone else started talking about the same. And this is kind of fun you can actually bring in, where you tell an incident which has primarily happened. Okay, what has really happened? And that is the fun. That is the comic element you bring in, where people you reach the audience. And take it to the secondary, take it to the extended level, where when people started liking it, you extend it a little bit, you extend it a little bit, you extend it a little bit. Keep going the flow as much as it allows, and ensure to the maximum you reach and make the people completely receive it. And strictly no sentiments. If sentiments will reduce your flow. And third thing, don't keep all your wonderful jokes and nice things in the beginning of the script, and never leave it to the late of the script. Nobody will be interested to look at it. Keep your script full of jokes, maybe sprinkled here and there, 5 or 6 here and there. And like a toll gate formula when you ride in a bypass, keep your humor here and there at every 1 minute, every 1.5 minutes, or every 30 seconds. Keep sprinkling it here and there so that the audience are fully connected with you. And you rehearse like how you watch a movie in Vijay TV. How they telecast repeatedly one movie again and again and again. You also continue to do the same again and again and again until you are nowhere, and you be tenacious. Never give up. Never ever give up until you get succeeded. And that much of rehearsal you can really do. And moving on, this is what we were talking so far. To craft a successful humorous script, all you need is track the audience, ornate it, knock off yourself, and extend it as much as possible so you can add one more comedy to it. I asked you a question, when did you cry last or when did you smile last? From now on, you don't need to really think about when did you smile the last. Ideally, you can start counting when did you make someone else smile, laugh out loud. That is the thing you can count on. If you smile and keep a smiley face, you will live a long life. If you make others smile, that is exponential. If you make 30 people smile, that 30 people credit, that bliss comes to you, and that's a blessing. And keep continuing, and that's definitely a social thing I would suggest to do. With that note, I'd just like to thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, wonderful audience. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ilam Kumaran. Let's all give a big hand to Mr. Ilam Kumaran for a nice presentation. Actually, he has touched only the pulses here, there, and he has given the tips how to craft a humorous speech successfully. Let's give a big hand to Mr. Ilam Kumaran. And now, gentlemen, ladies, we are coming to the end of the program. We have to actually thank COVID-19, because all of us have been given all honeymoon, holidays, everything, work from home. Everything has been gifted to us by COVID-19. And this year, most of the children born in the new year are after the COVID endemic. So let's give a big hand to COVID also. Now, coming to the last and a very valuable session and meaningful session of Toastmasters, I request Krishna Kishore, the young, energetic, dynamic person who came from London, to meet us.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Welcome back all. Let us see the evaluations, as I said in the beginning of the session, at the beginning of the session. So to evaluate our first speaker, Jagannathan, we have our evaluator, Dinakaran. I would say Dinakaran is a man with the technology at his hand, known for his picturesque presentations at Medley. And he's a veteran, 20-year veteran in software engineering and working for TCS. He loves to watch movies and is also interested in photography. So with that said, Dinakaran, may I ask you to proceed with your evaluation for Jagannathan's speech?
Yes, yes.
Thank you, G. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. First of all, kudos to our Toastmaster Jahan for bringing in very relevant topic for today about intellectual property theft. And thank you so much for giving one of the very inspirational speeches in the recent times in Medley. Toastmaster Jahan has done the complete justification for the project about researching and presenting. His speech was not just about data, his was full of data, and it's not just the data. It's also about the source of the data, so that we are all aware about the authenticity of the data. For example, he has brought in that how much loss that happens to Telugu industry in a year. He didn't just stop there. He actually correlated the data to some of the poverty that happens in the district, so that we are very clear about the impact of the problem that we are talking about. He didn't just talk about one industry. He talked about movie industry, talked about music industry, talked about YouTubes that happens. So we are very, very clear about what the problem he's talking about. We are completely engrossed with the problem that he was talking about. One suggestion is that it was too much of data for me in the 7 minutes. Maybe he would have reduced little more, like one of few examples in one of the industries, so that it would have been better for us, or for me, to completely relate to the problem and then completely absorb the problem. Overall, it was really very well-crafted speech. Talking about delivery, I got completely engrossed with the speech. I was thinking that maybe I'm sitting in Gandhinagar Club and he is standing in front of me and giving the speech. That's wonderful gestures, wonderful eye contact, and talking about dialogue delivery, it was very very well presented, and talking about so much of the data. I feel that maybe talking about different industries, talking about different numbers, some of the visuals would have been helped in a little more better way. It would have helped me to completely engross the problem, completely absorb the problem. And also, his pace would have been a little more slower, since he had lot of examples, lot of numbers to talk about. Just little, I felt that the pace was little faster, and also the time taken in the beginning of the speech to bring in the audience attention. Maybe he could have reduced little more time there, so that would have helped him to pace the speech in a little slower manner. Otherwise, overall, it was a wonderful top-notch effort from Toastmaster Jahan. And also, I request Toastmaster Jahan to take this content to his friends, to transform them, how he transformed himself, like how he transformed himself. And also, like in the Medley Toastmasters, let's take a leap from the speech. Let's take some examples and then let us try to understand the problem completely and let us transform ourselves. Because we all know that so overall, it was a wonderful speech by Toastmaster Jahan, and I wish him all the best in the future speeches. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Dinakaran, for your valuable feedback. I hope Jagan takes it and improves on his further speeches. Moving on to our second evaluation, it is Sunil Jose. It is very hard for me to introduce Sunil Jose because half of his introduction is already shared in this meeting session. So having said that, he's a lawyer by profession and a judge for our Toastmasters community, a past chief judge for District 82 for Toastmasters community. And he's known for his calm and composed nature and a go-to person with a charming smile all the time. You can notice that when he's giving his evaluation now. Besides this, as I said, he's a lawyer by profession and has more than 15 years of experience in intellectual property and business law. Having said that, Sunil, may I ask you to please give your evaluation for Mohan Sundaram's speech.
Thank you, Krishna Kishore. That's a wonderful and lovely introduction. Am I audible? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So, Toastmaster Mohan Sundaram, I'm always interested to listen to Toastmaster Mohana Sundaram, since he is one of the Toastmaster who inspire us to put hard work and effort to make the best out of Toastmastering. I've been listening to him from the very beginning of his journey. So every speech after speech, Mohan Sundaram, you're improving a lot. So appreciations and kudos to you for that, keeping up your efforts and hard work. Now let us see how today he presented, made this presentation. As I told you, the purpose of the speech is the member to demonstrate his understanding of how to use a presentation software, including the creation of slide and incorporating the technology into a speech. So in that sense, I feel that he rose to the expectation and gave us a wonderful presentation. So what was the best thing I liked about your speech? The best thing was the clarity in delivery, and the continuous and consistent pitch you kept throughout the speech. And the second thing was the simple introduction, simple introduction at the beginning, which hooked the audience to the presentation, and to with the rest part of the presentation. And the slides were, the third one is the slides were simple and visually pleasing, not very much confused or something to understand, comprehend, very simple slides. Now, there are a few suggestions which would improve your presentation, which can improve your presentation as you presented today. So let us see what are all. The first the thing is, basically this was about presenting whatever you learned in through the project and presenting it as a speech. For that, I felt before that, I felt the topic was very heavy. I found it very difficult to comprehend, so I couldn't connect with the slides, even though slides were very smooth. So always try to take a topic which is very, very simple and where you can connect with the audience well. The second thing is selecting a simple topic like, for example, your travel experience or your tour or something would have given more opportunity to present more aspects of presentation software today. The simple presentation slides, but you could have given more aspect of it if you had selected a simple topic. And third one is your conclusion was very, very abrupt. Suddenly we felt like the presentation is over. So in any speech, not only presentation, the conclusion, the opening and conclusion are very important. Please concentrate on all these three. And then next time I would like to see you doing a better presentation. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you. Right.
Thank you very much, Sunil Jose. Thank you for that very well detailed evaluation for Mohan Sundaram. I hope that helps in his further speeches. Moving on, may I request first the timer to read out the qualified speakers, table topic speakers, and evaluators. Then go ahead and present the detailed timer report.
Okay. Both the speakers are qualified, and out of the TT speakers, barring Nancy, barring Ansi, everyone else is qualified. And regarding the evaluators are qualified.
Thank you.
Should I go ahead with my full report?
Yes, please go ahead, Ranga.
Speaker Jagan took about 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Mohan Sundaram took 5 minutes and 52 seconds. Dinesh Shekhar took, these are the prepared speeches. Among the TT topics, Dinesh Shekhar took 1 minute 45 seconds. TM Sundaresan took 1 minute 47 seconds. Atish took 2 minutes. Priyadarshini took 1 minute and 58 seconds. Thomas took 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Guest 11 took 1 minute 58 seconds. Guest Ansi took 33 seconds. Shankar took 1 minute 2 seconds, and guest Raghunath Mishra took 1 minute and 5 seconds. In the evaluations, Dinakaran took 3 minutes 26 seconds, and Sunil Jose took 3 minutes and 16 seconds. Back to you, Gene.
Thank you, Ranga, for the detailed timer report. Now, let me request Venkata Station, our accounter for the day, to read out the accounter report. Venkataseshan, are you there with us?
Yeah, just give me a second. I'm sharing my screen.
Okay, sure, no problem. Yeah.
Please let me know you're able to see.
Yeah, we're able to see. Go ahead.
Yeah, so just I've displayed the R counters list for the day. Though we didn't have any clean speeches for the day, I found difficult to find any R counters for a few speakers. Just I want to highlight those. Jagannathan from prepared speech, Ilan Kumaran from prepared speech, and Atishay, I found it the most difficult from the TT speakers, and DTM Thomas Abraham. Otherwise, all other speakers had a few counters here and there and some repeated words. So that's the report for the day.
Thank you very much, Venkataseshan, for pictorially showing us the complete details. I hope everyone makes a note of this and improve upon further. So with that said, let me invite Rohit to give the grammarians report. Rohit, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, G. To my knowledge, I didn't notice anybody using the word of the day that is finishes. Pardon me if I've missed because I got dropped out of the speech during the session twice because of bad network. So if I've missed out during that time, I think, okay, I can see that Ilan Kumaran had used. Okay, thank you. So I can see that Ilan Kumaran had used the word tenacious. Apart from that, there have been quite a few outstanding words that have been used by the speakers. Something like missing link, magnum, whooping, alleviate, rampant, quenchable, pipe, dream, versatile, morbid, unadulterated joy, glimpse, abrupt, and stream of thought. So these are some outstanding words used by the speakers, various speakers in today's session, which you can take back and use it in your daily communication as well. So this is the grammarians report for today. Over to you, G.
Thank you, Rohit, for your perspective and detailed report about the usage of the words in our meeting. Thank you very much. Having said that, we have come close to an end of this session, and let me present my report as a general evaluator, how we conducted our meeting today. To start with, bang on, as we always say, Medley starts on time. So we have started on time, and kudos to our Sergeant at Arms, Sharanya. Despite of having conversations that time, she started the meeting on time, and the stage was set right with the complete code of conduct of Toastmasters and the meeting details. So kudos for that. And moving on to the presiding officer speech and the introduction of guests, it was very well taken, and it is very good to see the encouraging note at the beginning and also inviting all of our guests. So kudos for that as well. I slightly have an observation here. There were few announcements. It would have been ideal to keep them towards the last part of the meeting. So other than that, it was a good start to the meeting. And next, coming to the theme and the Toastmaster of the day, it is, I have learned personally today something, experience counts again and again. So it is a very complex theme, and it is very challenging to stay within the boundary and take us all through this 2-hour session with such a complex theme, wherein not coming out of the zone and keeping it within, and still invoking the thought within us to ponder upon those honeymoon days and rainy days, so on and so forth. So kudos VNSL for taking us through this theme, and again showing us that an experience counts, and how we can be in the circle and still take some topics which we will not be able to speak up openly. So kudos and job well done, sir. So moving on, the speeches were very well presented, and I see that there was a very good work went into preparation of these speeches, and also this education session we had, Ilan Kumaran, thank you very much for highlighting all those points which we have to keep in crafting our humorous speech. Thank you very much. It was a very well presented session, I would say. Overall, I would say like there is an observation to myself and probably to the overall meeting. We should have taken or asked about the prepared speakers qualification just before presenting the evaluations, because that dilutes the vote share in any meeting. So probably that's an observation keeping to myself, and I'll pass it on to the presiding officer so that it is not repeated. So we should have voting at 2 times. One is to, that is an observation from my side. Complete the prepared speakers voting first, and then rest of them where we do not have this quantitative objectives of evaluation and suppressing our idea of who was the best with our initial thought of mind, like who was the best speaker, irrespective of their evaluations. So that is a feedback to myself and to the office bearers. Probably if that works, they can take it further and work upon it. Besides that, we had a great tag reports, and they observed the meeting, and it was well presented, and the evaluations were good in my view. I hope both the prepared speakers make the best use of the evaluations provided. With that said, it is a very smoothly run meeting without any technological problems observing during the session, and kudos to the whole team for having an engaged session. Let me hand it over to our presiding, Toastmaster of the day, Dr. DTM VNS, sir. Over to you.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator Sir Krishna Kishore. Very detailed general evaluation, and I have learned a lot of things from you as evaluator's job, how to do it. And another thing is the total meeting. I just wanted to request all the Toastmasters, see, even after so many years of this thing also, the preparation like me, it goes on like this. For a small TMOD, I have to prepare so many things. Even now, I have not prepared fully. Because, the names of the people, it should reach and all, there should be preparations to be done. And I request all of you, even for a small role, it should be prepared well. It should be prepared and rehearsed. Then only we will improve. Now, I think the meeting is coming to an end. Let us all give a big round of applause to all the committee, president, vice president, education, all EXCOM, speakers, evaluators, topic commentators, topic evaluator, topic master, evaluators, and the guest speaker, Ilan Kumaran, in his own style, he had a separate style. He came with a style and he presented his presentation in a very nice way. Let's all give a big hand to all performers and all members, listeners. With this 614th meeting, I am handing over back to the President, Mr. Raghunath.
Thank you, Toastmaster DTM VNS, sir. Wonderful session. I reflect the thoughts of Toastmaster Krishna on the topic and the complexity associated with such a great experience and the way it is handled. Now, we have a session where we quickly get the 2 members who will become a member from today. I'll have that induction ceremony done with Toastmaster Dinesh, VP membership, taking over for a few seconds. And Sharanya, I would request you to get the guest Aishwarya and Raghubai to a separate room so that we could get the members voted. And before that, I would request the voting link to be done so that we could get the best vote, best evaluators, best speakers, and the best table topic, all players, and all the things. The Zoom master, request Zoom master. Okay, I'll take 30 seconds for all the members to vote so that we get the best speakers and the voting. I hope it's all available in front of your screen, because I don't see anyone voting in that thing. Okay. So we will have another 10 more seconds before we get the voting done. Okay. Now let me invite Toastmaster Dinesh, our VP membership, to induct both Raghunath Mishra and Aishwarya Lakshmi. Are you there, Aishwarya? And
yes, sir.
yeah, so we will take you out into another room for a few seconds. So we have a session with our members, and then we'll bring you back. So give us a few seconds, a few minutes, and then we'll get you the thing and get it done.
Sure, sir.
Raghu, if I may,
yes.
Do we have guests also? This is only for members, isn't it? This
Correct.
voting.
Yes. But it's only that we are taking them out for the members who are making it as guests who are making as members. So we will, though it is okay, the other member, the other guest can be in the room. It's not a voting, but it's a proposal which I would request one of the members to propose the induction of Aishwarya Lakshmi and Raghubai into the member list. They have already made the payment and it is done. And someone to second it so that we get the thing moving.
Is it a good time? Can I drop off?
Yes, thank you, Alagan, and I really appreciate your time, and thank you so much for sharing with a wonderful session, and sincerely appreciate your. Thank you for your.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, IK, for coming to our club at such short notice.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. IK.
Okay. Can I request one of you to? We have two members. Dinesh, let me hand over to you.
Raghunath, not able to see Raghunath Mishra in.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just get him here, but let Dinesh do both. Might be because he's not having the connectivity issue. I'll ask him to join now.
Okay.
Dinesh, you're there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you go ahead with the process of getting the nomination done, and then we can get the members inducted with the process.
Thank you, Raghu. A very good evening, Toastmasters. Today, I always believe that new members bring in a lot of energy and enthusiasm, and I'm happy that two members are wishing to join our club, and the name of those two members are Aishwarya Lakshmi and Raghunath Mishra. Raghunath Mishra has already been a part of Medley Toastmasters before, and now he wants to become a reinstated member. I would like someone to give an opinion on them joining.
I second it, Dinesh. Krishna here, I second it.
Okay.
Dinesh, just a quick word. He's a reinstated member. So the by rules, is there a rule in the by rule which says that they have to attend some amount of meetings as a guest before coming as a member? There is rule for reinstated
it
members.
says two meetings. He has attended 2 meetings in January and February. So that's more than 2 meetings. And Aishwarya Lakshmi has completed more than 5-6 meetings.
She's a guest, so for her it should be 4 meetings
4
overall.
meetings, yes. So she has completed 4+ meetings, and Raghubai has completed 2+ meetings as guest.
And I would also like to say that Aishwarya has been recommended by one of our past members, who is now her team leader, Gopal. So that's how she has come. I support her her membership.
Thank you, members, for seconding our new members. So Raghu, can we bring in both the members?
No, if anyone has a problem, why don't you please confirm that, then bring.
I hope no one has an issue with them becoming a member of Medley Toastmasters Club.
Confirm. I confirm.
Okay, in that case, then both of them have already made their payment, and they can become a part of Medley Toastmasters Club. So, Sharanya, can you bring them both?
I think Aishwarya is in.
Okay. Raghubai has, I think he's dropped off.
He did mention that he had some connectivity issues. I've been speaking to him since the afternoon. He said he'll be coming off and on. And I indicated to him that if he could log in around 4:30, it'll be good. But I don't see him here.
In that case, shall we wait for him to join?
Oh, it's okay. You can say it. President can take a decision. President is the executive officer.
Okay.
Yeah, he's joining, and let's wait for him for 30 seconds. He's just joining.
Okay.
Because being a member and considering the technology constraints that we have, let's wait. And he's been quite a good member from us, and we should be happily welcoming him to the Toastmasters. Yeah, he has joined. I think so.
Yeah. Raghunath and Aishwarya Lakshmi, can you confirm that you both are there?
Yeah, Dinesh, we are here.
Thank you. The member induction goes upon as new members bring in a lot of energy and enthusiasm. I'm happy to induct these 2 members, Aishwarya Lakshmi and Raghunath Mishra. Toastmaster Aishwarya Lakshmi, Toastmaster Raghunath Mishra. Membership in Medley Toastmasters Club and in Toastmasters International is a privilege that carries with it many rewards. Yet it also places certain obligations upon you. We are a group of people brought together to do things we could not accomplish alone. Our collective obligation is to grow and improve ourselves and to share our knowledge and experience with fellow members in a spirit of enjoyment. We ask you, our new members, to dedicate yourselves to personal growth and to help keep this Toastmasters Club strong and dynamic. New members, please listen carefully as I read out Toastmasters member promise. In the presence of Medley members, I promise to attend meetings regularly and to prepare fully for each assignment, to apply myself to the program outlined in the Toastmaster manuals, to participate actively in club activities, to evaluate others in a positive and constructive manner, to build open, friendly relationships with fellow members, and to bring other new members into the club so that they can also get the benefit of Toastmasters. Will you promise to stand by these obligations? Say, I promise, Aishwarya and Raghunath.
I promise.
I promise.
Thank you. I request all Medley Toastmasters to please raise your hands. As Medley Toastmasters, we pledge to support our new members in their quest for self-development, to provide them with positive, helpful evaluations, and to maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere, and to make their Toastmaster membership a rewarding and fulfilling experience. Thank you, fellow members. New members, you would be presented with the welcome ribbons when we reconvene on premises meetings. Thank you and welcome to Medley Toastmasters Club, both of you. And over to you, Raghunath.
Thank you.
Raghu, you're on mute, Raghu.
My apologies. Thank you, Jagat. Thank you so much, Dinesh, for and we really welcome our new members, Toastmaster Aishwarya Lakshmi and Toastmaster Raghu Bhai, to our team again. Would you like to say something, Aishwarya and Raghu Bhai, just to 30 seconds?
Sure, sir. I'm very happy to join this club. Looking forward to learn more from you. So many experienced people I have, and thank you so much for accepting me as one of the members in this club. Yeah, thank you, sir. That's it.
Thank you.
Raghu Bhai.
Thank you for accepting me again, and I heartily accept all your invitation and all the encouragement words that you have communicated or shared with me during those off days. I really appreciate that and mean that. Thank you, and see you soon.
Thank you so much, Raghu Bhai. Nice to see you back. Now, to let me share the winners for today. Please let me know when you're able to see the screen. The best evaluator goes to DTM Sunil Jose. Thank you. And the best role player goes to Toastmaster Krishna Kishore as general evaluator. Best tag player goes to Toastmaster Rangarajan as timer. Best speaker goes to Toastmaster Jagan. And the best table topic speaker is Toastmaster Adishay. Congratulations to all the winners. And wonderful thing which I would like to announce is I would like to keep the surprise, but its next meeting on March 6th is going to be an all-woman role player, speakers. Everyone is going to be an all-woman to commemorate the Women's Day celebration that we are going to have. And tomorrow is going to be at 9:30 is our club contest for international speech and table topic. Toastmaster Amita has been working relentlessly as a contest chair, and I wish her all the best and wish all the participants the best. And I'm looking forward to surprise floor contestants tomorrow from our club. And with that announcement, let me close the meeting number 614 with this imaginary gavel. And now we keep the chat